Hello there. Just a few ideas I had this morning about some things. So I'll just go ahead with this. Now, looking primarily here at the two cardinal axes of the wheel. So we have the magician, jester, which is the air and fire and air axis, which is often characterized as the masculine axis, and then we have Mother Nature, Enchantress, which is the earth, water, water, earth axis, often characterized as the feminine axis. Now, what occurred to me in terms of the way our consciousness often works, the fire air axis, what it's really good at in terms of our consciousness is seeing possibilities and seeing new possibilities, seeing novelty, but also zooming in on a single thread of a tapestry, zooming in on a single part of a pattern or one single pattern within multiple patterns, and then working with that, going deeper into it, illuminating it, taking it to bits, understanding it in a kind of like an isolated fashion, but sort of like, I mean, really sort of like going into it and seeing the ins and outs of it, and then putting it to use, sort of in a sense using the world as tools in a way, but in so doing, it kind of takes the world apart, yeah. And then now the Mother Nature Enchantress axis has a different, very different kind of consciousness, and the consciousness actually feels like it resides in the pattern almost. Yeah, so it's actually in the pattern, right? Or almost is the pattern in a sense, yeah. And I think you can see that the way we live our lives, both collectively and individually, is very, very dominated by the air fire axis, yeah. And it has some very destructive effects when it's dominating, yeah, rather than, because it's very necessary for us, but it really does have destructive effects, and we can see that in our world, the way that we seem to have taken our world apart, the way we've damaged the environment, the way we damage ourselves, the way we've distorted our societies, the way that we're now even taking apart our minds pretty much, yeah. And almost positing a transfer to a kind of a cyber world or a world of artificial intelligence, almost as if we're going to completely abandon this axis and just go and live in a world, a theoretical world of of completely reimagined relationships in a way. Now, the thing that occurs to me is that people are often aware of the problems we have, yeah, and the problems we have, say, for instance, with green issues and environmental issues. We're aware of that, but our approach to it is to still keep on with fire air. So our solutions are very fire air. And you can even see it, even with ideas like, okay, we're going to have net zero. We're going to have, you will do this, you will do that. We will reframe our future. We will, and it's command and control all over again, basically. Now, the thing that occurs to me is, we have this axis is tremendous at getting efficiency, speed, specialization, focus. These are, I mean, it's brilliant stuff, but it needs to be balanced. Otherwise, it becomes highly destructive, and highly destructive in a very, very efficient, fast manner. So, it occurs to me that what we need to do, in many ways, from the point of view of where we are now, is become less efficient in ways which focus on less partial parts of the whole, less partial patterns, so that we can actually start to integrate back into this axis here and allow ourselves to listen to the actual intelligence of this axis here. Yeah. Of to actually listen to the pattern, to listen to the whole, you know. And so we need to do that and slow down, you know? That's what it seems to me. It seems we need to actually become less efficient, slow down, but deal with greater areas of pattern, so that we, in a sense, defocus, and that's sort of what we really need to do. That's how it seems to me, elementally, from this. Anyway, it's just the thoughts that occurred to me this morning. Not sure if I expressed that as well as I might have done, but it's just something that I found myself thinking about in terms of how the elements manifest in consciousness, the sort of problems that face us, and how maybe we are trying to find solutions in the wrong ways, i.e., finding solutions in the language that led us to the problem in the first place. And maybe we need to not let go of the capacities of fire and air by any means. These are essential to life and they're essential to us. But to actually defocus from them and start focusing on the pattern and intelligence that we find in earth and water. Okay, that's it for today. Bye-bye.